Good morning, everybody. Where's my coffee? Where's that coffee? Gotta get that coffee. Hee hee. In this video, we're going into another O card set. Okay, 2 cards. One has the words around the side that activates your left brain, and the one in the middle is a picture. And you fuse them together, you get the right brain, you get the left brain, you get an insight, and good things happen in your life. I wanted to use my time today to think about creating boundaries. I was talking to a coaching buddy about creating boundaries and some of the burdens that come from that. And so I wanted to briefly kind of get my mind wrapped around that with a new perspective. So figure out what you want to work on, what's something that you want an insight into, and then continue and watch this video. Oh, all right. This says grief, and it's got 2 nuns, perhaps, holding hands. And the yin yang above. So what does this mean to me in terms of creating boundaries and burdens? Well, I think burdens bring a lot of grief, and those burdens come from something that you've taken on, and you don't know what to do with it. You're gonna hold it and keep it with you, keep it right behind you forever. It's something that you just feel like you can't let go. Right? You just can't let go of it, and it's a struggle. You feel sometimes that it's attached to you in some way. Sometimes it's not, but you just don't. You can't put it down. You can't just leave it there. Like, you got to do something with it. You're just gonna hold on to it for a little bit more, and I think that does create a lot of grief and a lot of stress within the system. Maybe not just grief, but internal stress within the system. And it can be a pain in the back, pain in the neck, if it's something that you're holding on to for too long. I think in terms of creating boundaries, I know this is kind of like they're 2 different things, but they feel a bit connected for me. In terms of creating boundaries, I think it's important that you have this fusion of who you are. Like, that's the emergent, maybe 2 people, okay? So you have your goals, you have the other person's goals, and then when they come together, there's an emergent of who you are and what that system is, right? You're one node within the system, the other person's another node. And it can be an elegant, beautiful fusion, kind of like this yin-yang, or these 2 people holding hands. And yet also there are places and points where they're not connected, right? There are things that you're never going to see eye to eye perfectly with everybody, and that's fine. And you need to do things in the way that you do things that makes the most sense for you as well. You got to make sure that you are comfortable with who you are and what you're doing, and what things are happening around you in your situation, in your life, as well as what you can give and should give to another person, because your efforts are then kind of fusing with their situation, making it into this larger interconnected relationship. Yeah. And I think with that, when a piece of that is removed, when somebody does something that takes something from you, right, internally, takes some emotional energy from you, or upsets you, or creates an issue, it feels like kind of you're missing a part of yourself, like you're losing a part of yourself, and that causes grief as well, because you've lost something that is feels innately connected to you. And I think the point to wrap this all up is like making sure that the role that you play, the part that you play within the relationship, and know that there are some things that can connect and some things that should not. It's not a blending necessarily. It's utilizing both pieces, like that yin-yang, to form a more elegant or beautiful whole. I think with that, then you realize that when things don't work out the way that you want, maybe you've asserted yourself, and then it just doesn't quite work out. The other person doesn't want to do things in that way. And it's not like you're losing a part of yourself anymore. It's like, well, I've made my choice. I've drawn my lines. I've created my boundaries. I'm extending a hand. If you want help with that, cool. If that's what you want, then here, let's work together. If not, that's fine. You can find somebody else. You can go your own way, and that's okay too. So those are my thoughts. Comment, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff down below, and keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.